course of the year as we've shown lots and lots of movies and had a really good time. And I think we both want to thank you for that. We love doing it. So thank you. What are we talking? We're talking about
the future.
The future. Okay, the future is my favorite. I love talking about the future. So next month, before we bring up Pamela, before we talk about some other stuff, next month we have as our guest Michelle T. From San Francisco, who's an amazing writer and memoirist, and people, I guess people are applauding, they know her, and we're really happy to have her in from San Francisco because she doesn't live here, and you know, a lot of how we get our people is because they like live in the area, and it's really easy to get them to just come by, but we're really happy she's in town. And, well, no, not like, you know, oh God, oh sorry, I put my foot in it, and I didn't prepare anything, that's why. But Michelle T. is an amazing memoirist and writer and novelist, and her book Rose of No Man's Land is amazing, and she's written a new memoir of Beth Ditto. And so she's going to be showing The Outsiders, Francis Ford Coppola's 1983 adaptation of S.E. Hinton's novel, and then we're going to show the director's cut. And so that's...
When is this again?
January.
Date TBD.
Yeah.
TBD, but also we have a mailing list for anyone who wants to be on our email list, and we'll have it when you walk out of the room. So if you want to know exact dates, then you have to join the email list.
Yeah, because we're a little fuzzy on it at the current moment. But after that, I mean, can we talk about our full? Should we want to talk about our full?
Quickly.
Okay, the full thing is that in February, then we're going to have Craig Lucas, who's a playwright, screenwriter, who wrote Lonesome Companion, or Longtime Companion, Prelude to a Kiss,
yes.
To Die in Gaul, things like that. And he's going to be showing Alice's Restaurant, the Arlo Guthrie, Arthur Penn film. After that in March, we're going to have Jonathan Katz, who is the curator of the much-discussed Hide-Seek exhibition in Washington, D.C. And we're not sure what he's showing yet, but we wanted to give him a forum to show more things, since the Smithsonian is taking away his opportunity to screen work, unfortunately. And then in April, we are going to have experimental filmmaker Sue Friedrich, and she's going to be showing Desert Hearts, which is a classic. And so, yeah, and then Ira, I will, we didn't talk about Julius, but...
Oh, well, I'll talk about the thing. After the screening tonight, we will all, this is like a really great, I love when we're in this room because it's really intimate and it seems very New York to me, and I feel really lucky to be here, and I see lots of faces that are kind of part of my New York, and so I feel happy to be here. Afterwards, the screening, we're going to have a question and answer with Pamela to talk about the film, and we're also going, after that, to go have cocktails at Julius, which is the oldest gay bar in New York City. It's on the corner of West 10th Street and Waverly. So come join us if you just want to hang out, and they have really cheap burgers and they're good. And hopefully we'll see lots of you there to talk further about the film and life and other things. And I think for me, when I say that this is a really New York audience, I think our guest host and presenter tonight is a totally New York phenomenon. And it's, I've known her work since I moved here in the late 80s. And I feel like Pamela Sneed is this voice that I've heard on stage, in her books. She's a writer, she's a poet, she's an artist in all senses. And she kind of represents this way that certain people in New York can make a mark by saying what they believe in and what they care about, and being invested both as artists and also as activists, which I feel is this place that I hope to aspire to, which is the cross between those two things. And I feel that Pamela has really represented that for me in New York, and I think the film she chose to show is also similarly, whatever we all can collectively think about it when we watch it, it's a film about how activism and feminism per se become part of the human life. And I feel that Pamela's poetry is really about that as well, how she is as a thinker, as a woman, as a black woman, as a member of this community, is somehow reflected by these larger movements. So she's going to talk about the film, but it's a real honor for me to have her here with us tonight, and she's part of what makes New York great. So Pamela Sneed, please.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I want to welcome everyone here. I actually was prepared to talk after the film, not before the film. But I'm really excited that everyone's here and to present this film by Agnes Varda. One sings and the other doesn't. And it's a story of women's friendships set against the backdrop of the 70s feminist movement. So it's an important film, it's moved me, and I hope that it moves you. Thank you.